going on, everybody? So it's been 2 weeks since we recorded last. We had a COVID scare. Not really.
I had to get tested.
Yeah, so it was a possibility that my brother had COVID, so I didn't know shrimps could get COVID. But anyway, so we got that taken care of. We got tested.
Everything came out negative.
Yeah, so we're good to go. And this is episode 3, and we'll go from there. So let me, before we start, we'll just talk about what you got going on, and then we'll talk about what I got going on.
Oh well, I was telling Moose that I wanted to talk about. I had a little job today, and it was something you see on TV. So the lady I went to answered an ad to do some farm work, milking, feeding animals. I didn't know what kind of animals they were. I thought cows or something. So I pull up in the lady's driveway, and there's she said there was 115. I think there was more. So she had 115 goats, and she had 5 Great Pyrenees dogs. So if anyone knows what breed those are, they're big dogs. They're bigger than Rottweilers.
Are they the little goats or the big ones, the big boys?
She had everything. She had a mix. She said she went to North Carolina and got a certain one, and then she went to Oklahoma and got another one, just different breeds.
Let me stop real quick. I didn't know this. I just found out maybe like a month or so ago. But I guess some people, you know how, obviously you have those yoga fanatics.
Mm-hmm.
But then other than that, I heard that boga, where you drink, then you do yoga, or vice versa. But this one, I don't know the name of it, but the ones
workout.
The ones with the small goats, I guess you do yoga, and the goats jump on you.
Oh.
So they're like, you'll be in a position, whatever it may be, downward sitting dog. I think everybody knows that one, but
yeah,
they'll just jump on you and they'll just post up. And then as you switch different poses.
And it's well known, a lot of people do it.
Yeah, I've seen it. It came out a while back, and I remember when it was big on social media, you saw a lot of people doing it, and they were just out there, and they would just have pictures and videos of them with the goats on you.
That's cool. Yeah, so that wasn't, the amount of goats wasn't the bad part. It was, so she had a shop about 100 yards from the house. And it was a nice shop. And outside before you walked in, so then it had the big roll-up door so you could drive your RV, something in there. So when I walked in,
like the maintenance shop.
Yeah. So when I walked in, there was a makeshift pen inside the shop.
Damn.
And that was filled with more goats and chickens. And then if you took a right, there was a room that was it was like kind of like Hoarders. You see the movies Hoarders or the video?
Yeah.
So to give you an idea. And there was a fridge in there, or freezer, and she just froze the milk in there. So when you milked them.
Oh shit! So she did the milking and selling too.
She just used it for because she has a lot, so she was bottle feeding them.
Oh, okay.
And then this was the weird part. I couldn't wrap my mind around this one. So it was like a scene from Saw. So it was a shop, but there was like a room in the back. So right when she opened the door, there's about 25 goats in a room. It's about like 15 by 20, and there's a bathroom without the door in there as well. And they're in there, and that thing just hit you in the face, man. I was like, oh.
Are you sure there was another goddamn door in there? You open it.
Yeah,
it was like it's like the Willy Wonka opening doors. Goats on goats.
Yeah. So then she's like, this would have to be clean too, and it's like it had that ammonia smell, and I couldn't breathe. And then she walked in the bathroom, and there was
Where's your mask?
I took a mask, and then she picked up a baby goat, and it was half his face was chewed off. So then sometimes you find little presents like this.
God.
And so it might have been the rats. I was like, fuck. So
Do you remember? You do remember. I'm sure you do. But we were like 5 or 6, and obviously when you have twins, it's a little bit more expensive when you're buying food and milk and whatnot. So I remember I forgot when we started. I think around 5 or 6 time frame. But Grandma always had
The goat milk.
you had the goat milk, and do you still remember that platform she had where
Yeah,
the
then-
goat pops up and he
And then
puts
you
his.
put the chain under the neck.
Yeah,
and
so you
then
can't get
milk
out.
it, Yeah.
So Mom would put the goat milk in the gallon, and
Yeah.
we were.
Well, since we were babies, we drank it, but that was the first time I remember drinking it when they put it back in the regular milk gallon, so it would kind of be a ruse. And you'd think
I
it was
remember
caramel.
though it was like it was real foamy.
Yeah,
But I didn't pay no mind to it. It's just like
because Mom would put the Nesquik,
mm-hmm.
and then she'd shake it up, and it'd be all foam still, so it would just taste like chocolate milk.
So the other day when I was here, I saw that you had the goat milk. in
Yeah.
there. Did you drink it?
No, fuck no. That's for the baby pigs.
Oh,
but
okay.
I
So
don't. I smelled.
and you
it.
got that one at Town and Country?
Walmart.
Walmart? Okay, so me and Kayla were driving, and I remember we talked about it, the goat milk, remember? And I said they had it at Town and Country.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what, let's stop over there. I'm going to grab it. Because, I mean, we're what, 32 now, so over 20 years ago, maybe longer, we were drinking that. So I figured, for my memory, it was good. So, yeah. So we get in there, and they they only have it by the quarts, which was a good thing for me. But so I grabbed it. We were on our way home. I should have waited till we got home, but I pop it open. I take a drink, and just how you're saying that smell of those goats were, that's exactly how it tasted. Just a liquid. It was just liquidy, but it just exactly how it smelled is how it tastes.
I wonder if you'd have mixed it though with some kind of mix, if it would have been better.
I kind of messed myself up because once I did that, you know, once you
No
try
send off,
something,
dude.
yeah, once you try something, it's like,
No bueno.
yeah, not gonna happen. And then did you end up cleaning them, or what did you do? What did you do?
Yeah, well, because I committed that day. Here's the kicker. So this is just one. I just chopped it up as one for the book. So
This
I
is
was
gonna be an experience.
I was under the impression, because I'll do some work here and there for people, and then they'll just pay me by the day.
Yeah.
And I was under the impression we're gonna do that. So it was my fault though. I didn't do my due diligence and ask them, hey, I'm gonna get this, that, blah blah.
Never
So,
assume.
yeah, and so then. Oh, then so she had the property line cut in half, so she had about 50. There's more than 50 because she had 3 pins, and each pin had about 20 of them, and there was still more running around. So there's easily. I'm just saying 50 just to under.
Conservatively 50.
Yes, 50, and then she had all females on this side, then all the males on this side of the fence. So there was just. They were everywhere. I think there was easy over 100.
Jeez.
And so I had a wagon, and there was 2 bales of hay, and I put it in there, and it was like it was like those old school zombie movies where the zombies could run faster. I was pulling the wagon.
Season 1, Walking Dead.
Yeah, so I was pulling the wagon with all the hay, and I just turned to the side like that, and you see a herd of goats just. I'm like, oh shit! And remember how Morty was? We have a goat at the house. Morty,
Yeah.
he jumps on you and messes with you.
He kind of tests you. See
Yeah,
what's
that's how
up.
all of them were. That's all I heard all day. Like, fuck. But yeah, it was an experience. But then at the end of the day, she didn't want to pay me what I wanted, so I was just like, don't even worry about it. Like, I'm not coming back. Like,
It was pro bono?
essentially.
God, fuck that. I just took my pay and cut my losses.
It was one for the book. A learning experience.
It was for this podcast specifically. You remember that one Grandma had? I remember Grandma. She always had the cool names for like all the animals she had. God damn, I forgot the name of the. She had a chicken though, and I don't know how. I don't even know what the range is for a chicken to lock eyes, but I remember they ended up getting rid of it because it was by Grandma's back door, and then I remember Theololi walked out, or somebody had walked out, and that's probably easily 50 to 70 yards.
I remember that one.
But once you walk out of there,
He beelined it.
yeah, it was like those, like the Terminator when he locked in, and it's all, and he locked in, and then he would just beeline it from there all the way to wherever he locked on and just fucking take off and try to get you. But she had that one, and then that other one, that big,
big
the
red?
big bully goat.
Oh, the goat?
Is it ram, I guess you would call it. The one that you would go back there, and if you went back there and he was just in one of those moods, and you kind of looked at him funny, he would just back up and then just fucking come charging at you.
Was that the ones they took to Theololis when they moved?
Yeah, it was those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, all this was at that's what they always when they had that
There was
pasture.
and then remember
Excuse
Mr.
me.
Pruner. He's dead now, but
R.I.P.
he was like 60 or 70 years old, and he was shearing the sheep, and he went to grab it, and it took him down and pushed him against the fence, and he just held on
He's
to it.
bulldogged it still.
Yeah, he bulldogged it and took it down, but it was pushing him, ran him against the fence, and he still grabbed it and threw it over, and then he started fucking.
Mm-hmm. That was that. That's when cause don't they make like kerosene out of something with the wool? Because remember when he sheared it off, it had that oily. He had that oily substance on the wool.
Oh,
But I think there was something about it, like you make something it was mixed with the kerosene or something like that.
I don't know.
But
That's a new one.
anywho, also what I was gonna tell you. Well, yesterday I went to the store, and before we came up here, I went to the Eagle Feather, and I was grabbing Kayla some those red apple L's, yeah, something like that, but it's like a black cherry. But anyways, I was going over there and I seen that they had the Heineken 0.0, and have you seen the commercial for it yet?
They get pulled over.
No,
Or they're at the
it's a different
beach.
one.
I seen the one at the beach.
Let me tell you, because stop.
There's
Yeah, there might be a few, but
a different one.
yeah, let me stop you from guessing. But anyways, so it's a son and a dad, and I think they're racers of some sort. And so they're racing around a track, and the dad won, so the son had to give the keys off, and so he takes the car, some badass car, and then the next thing they're at the bar, and then the dad walks out of the restroom, and he sees the son with the Heineken, so he puts his hand over to give him the keys.
How old's the son?
He's probably like late 20s.
Oh, okay.
So then the son grabs his beer, and then he turns it, and it says 0.0. So that's when it first got in my head when I thought about it. Like, I don't know, and I was just curious though to see how it tastes. Not only how it tastes, but also like if it's really no alcohol.
Did you do any research on it? Or?
Yeah, before I did,
Oh, okay.
but no, back this was what, Friday. So I seen the beer there, and I was like, maybe I'll try it. So then,
Well, I guess it's not beer. It's not.
yeah, it's non-alcoholic, but so sorry.
You misgendered the beer.
So it
Or identifies as beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the girls ended up staying the night with their cousins. So it was just me and Kayla and the baby. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna try it out. I'm curious. So she was driving, and I was looking it up, and it said 0.0. But also I was thinking the legality behind it, because if you're saying it's 0.0, and then you say you drink 30 of them, and you get pulled over and drunk, we're like, whoa. Well, now I was under the impression it was no alcohol. So
Yeah.
now there's an issue there with Heineken.
Well, not to go off on a different
Please do.
realm. Okay.
Please do.
So when I was doing the vegan diet, the 30-day vegan challenge, I wanted to eat those the
Takis.
Impossible burgers at Burger
Yeah.
King, and I was researching because I think I was dedicated like 2 weeks already, so I didn't want to fuck it up. So then there was a lawsuit against Burger King because somebody was a vegan and they ate it, and it's not 100% vegan because they grill them on the same grill as the other burgers. So
Okay.
the trans fats would cross contaminate the vegan burgers. So it's not 100% as you were saying.
Oh, so
like
maybe
for the Heinekens.
shit. So maybe there's that little fine print underneath.
Yeah.
But so I was reading it, and it said there was an article on that Wikipedia. I think usually that's the first thing that pops up when you search something. So I started reading it, and it said 0.0, unlike some other non-alcoholic beverage, and it brought up O'Doul's and then some other beer from
O'Doul's though, they do have.
yeah, that's what
So
I'm
it's
saying.
like 0.05, isn't it?
Yes, and it brought up some other beer from the East Coast. I don't even think it's here, but
Zima.
the 90s. And so anyways, I seen it, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try it, dude, just like see what it's like. And so I got it that same morning. We get home, and I was nervous though, because I was
Well, how many? Well, August would be what?
10 years, and that's what we're doing the calculations too. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, so because 2000 and well, the end of July of 2012 is when I stopped drinking. But it was funny though, because I grabbed it and like I opened it and like smelled it.
Does it smell like beer?
Yeah, so it's exactly like beer, dude. And like Kate kept looking at me, so I was to take a drink, and then like, I smell it and put it down, and then like she looks away, and then I grab it again, and she's looking at me, and so I see she's waiting just to see, and so I said I'm just gonna try it. So I drink it, and this is the weird thing, dude. Like,
Just want to talk to him. Come on.
it tasted like beer.
It
It tastes exactly like a Heineken, but I never liked Heineken, so it was a turnoff for me. But I was just a curiosity, so I tried it.
Curiosity
and,
killed the cat.
and I drank it, and I only drank. I was a 6-pack they come by. I only drank one, but I mean it was. And I was
Dude, like a head chain?
no, nothing at all. Like
So
it was
you
just.
feel-
And it was 65 calories, so it wasn't like those ones where the regular calories is a regular bill, so
Yeah.
it was all bloated.
Yeah.
But I drank one, and then I was just turned off by it. My curiosity was confirmed. Everything I wanted to know about it. So then I found it out, and then after that, I was just turned off because even like I said, when we did drink, I wouldn't drink Heineken.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of beers like I don't understand the hype behind it that people like. Like the Heinekens was one, and then the Coronas. Those are two. I just
Coronas, I kind of I liked those. They have to be ice cold though.
I don't know, dude. I guess everyone's different, but my opinion, I think more people would drink them just to say I'm drinking a Corona.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong, completely wrong. But
Just like I had this conversation a few times this last week. The Chick-fil-A.
hmm
So
I still haven't had it.
Okay, so we had where I was in station. They had Chick-fil-A about 20 minutes away from where I live, and I never went. Everyone would talk about, it, and it's always packed. And I went over there. It's okay. It's not. I think it's just it's over. I think it's overrated.
Yeah.
It's I'm not saying it's not good. It's pretty good, but it's not. I'd rather have Popeyes.
But see, yeah, but then also like all the on TV, if all you're seeing is Chick-fil-A, and then
Yeah.
even on the news, like you would see people getting into arguments because I seen a few viral videos they ran out of chicken or something. So it's like the chicken patties for the burgers or whatever it is, the chicken sandwich. And if you see that enough times, then be like, well, I'm probably gonna
Wait,
go.
what happened?
So because remember when it first started coming out when people were doing that challenge, like
I did that. Yeah.
what was it? The Chick-fil-A, and which one was that one?
Popeyes.
Okay, so that one. So it would show lines. There was lines like a quarter mile long, and then so there's a viral video where this guy had to went in because they went through the drive-through, and he waited so long to get the chicken sandwich, and they're all out of the patty thing. So he gets in there and. He starts, causing a bunch of static with everybody and the workers. Like it's their fault.
Yeah.
But anyways,
If you're making a scene over a chicken sandwich, you need to reevaluate your life choices.
Yeah, that's step one. But yeah, we tried that and it was pretty good. But also too, the late night. What it reminded me of too. Well, this is before I started drinking. Let me go back. But
Let me backtrack.
yeah. So remember whenever we would when we were younger go drinking. I think everybody too. They went through like the phase where you would go to always Jack in the Box. But if you're from Farmersville, like Farmersville had a whole bunch of the taco trucks.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Well, Adam, when we started drinking, when we started like hitting
the drinking scene.
the night scene, like
Mhm.
going out, partying and stuff,
Mhm.
Anna Maria's, they got that taco truck, and they
And remember, because they had that RV parking, which they utilized that for kind of like a
and
dine-in
then
section.
awning, that little awning,
Yeah.
right there, yeah.
Yeah, and that was good. So another funny
That
story.
was back though when you get a taco for $1 though, like the street taco was
Yeah.
like just a regular taco.
Paid $2.25 per taco,
God damn, inflation.
but the tortillas were homemade, so that was
okay.
pretty cool. But freaking Cesar, I messaged him.
Shout out Cesar.
And I have his number, so I assumed he had my number, but who knows? And so I messaged him and I said, is the taco truck in Ana Maria is open still. So I'm waiting, nothing. So like, fuck it. So they have that taco truck on Spruce and 256. So we go over there. So I get a text message like an hour later.
After you already got
Yeah,
up?
he's all, who's this?
Who this?
And then so I didn't even respond. So he calls me today. And I go, dude, at least if you don't know who it is, but depending what they're asking you. But hey, yeah, the taco truck's open. Who is this? I was like, dude, come on, man. Oh, you're freaking paranoid. What's going on? So, but we're bullshit.
Someone has a who is it? God damn, I think it's I don't want to say the name because I might be wrong, but there's a comedian that has a skit about that. You dial the wrong number and to pay. He used race as a different responses, but I guess it's just different people. So you call a number and one person's like, "Who the fuck's this?" Blah, blah, blah. And then you call another person. Oh, well, okay. Well, what'd you dial? Let's figure it out. Okay. All right. Well, let me know if you get hold of them.
Yeah.
So it was two different people.
Yeah, it's funny though. I was like, dude, at least just answer me next time, dude. Leave me hanging for fucking 4 hours. So that was but that was that. Also too, I'm on nights, dude. So, dude, it's all my sleep schedule's all screwed up right now. It's crazy. And then also, I'm sure there's other people like this, but when you're on nights and you're up all night and you're getting used to it. Like your brain goes in a weird spot. Like it's like you start thinking kind of crazy, like weird sometimes. Let me give you an example. So I was driving around Tulare. We were patrolling, and I started going, and I seen these apartment complexes northeast of the outlets, and I seen all the lights on, and then I get to the outlets and. So I started thinking it jogged my memory because you said about the comedian, but there's another comedian, he has like a skit, talks about it. It's kind of weird, like, you know how people have like they have their ant farms, or like you have your beehives, and like that's your job, like you go and the bees, they go get the. I
don't know if there's any people in business with ant farms now.
Well, but you know, like
I got worms.
That's what we're gonna call it. I got worms. But you know how when people were a kid, maybe even now too. Like back then, remember how they had those? It was the glass, and they had like the ant farm you could see. So I'm getting weird. This is getting weird, but I was thinking about how like on the ant farms, the beehives, they just have all where they have their job where they go get the pollen, nectar, whatever, and they go make the honey. And like
they're bees.
With humans, it's like it's the same thing, but it's just more complex.
Yeah.
Like we all
to a certain extent.
Well, how? Elaborate. What do you mean?
Well, people work, have jobs they work for money, for profit.
Yeah,
the animals or the bees, for instance, they work to keep their colony alive and generating.
But also, okay, if you bring that up, then you're doing the same thing, but your colony is your family where you live, your house.
They don't do it for profit though. They're a non-profit organization.
But like I said, it's kind of weird, but it's kind of the same thing, but not really. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It got my brain went like somewhere weird when I saw the apartment complex. I saw everything, and I was like, that's the first thing that came to mind. Like kind of the same, but
yeah,
I don't know. But that was kind of weird. I don't know. Every time I work graves, like. I start thinking, I don't know, I think different, like my brain goes somewhere else. I wonder what the science is behind it too. Like it has to be something where how your body's getting used to like, hey, I'm up
it's functioning all night, so it's just throwing random shots out there.
Yeah. And I need to cut back on these things too, man. I've been drinking like 2 a night. But the other thing, I don't know if you noticed my shirt.
I did.
Thoughts?
Wouldn't be the first thing I grabbed out of the closet. And that's what the back of the closet's for.
And then so I had to upgrade too. I got some Bergenstocks.
Mm.
So, do you remember when you saw Dad with the Bergenstocks?
Stocks getting free stuff.
I remember my first memory of them was Dad. Dad would always have them.
Those were his go-to.
And I don't know if it's because of that I liked them, but I knew I was eventually gonna want some of those.
So in about 50 years or 30 years, I'm gonna wear them.
Yeah. Now I just need the short. Was it jean shorts?
Mm-hmm.
Jean shorts and
Yeah,
a Sagoon construction shirt.
He had every color too. Brown. I don't know where he found them, but he had every color of those goddamn Levi shorts.
Yeah, I was. I had the Croc before this. I had the Crocs, and I had those for a while, for a year now.
They have. I just seen them. Someone had them at the football game. They had it's a hybrid, so it's a loafer Croc. So it's on the sides. It looks like a Croc, but then on top it's covered.
Let me ask you this: are they business casual?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're nice. They're like it's like a loafer.
What's the return policy on Bergenstocks?
Probably like 10 days maybe.
Yeah. But what I was thinking too.
I took a picture of the guy's foot that had the loafers on. It was a loafer Croc.
What I was thinking too is it'd be funny too. Like I'm sure other people have done it already, but get pictures from obviously like because when you're in high school, you're majority of people were picking their own stuff, like their clothes out, but like seeing the transformation from what you wore here, high school, like to now, and all the different styles in between.
Well, in our area, it's out of business now. It started off as that
Miller's Outpost.
Miller Outpost, and then Anchor Blue, and you had to have the pants beyond baggy.
There was like seven like different what was the style, like the boot cut, beyond baggy,
and there was no. I could be wrong, but in our area, there's no such thing as skinny jeans.
Not that I remember, dude. But I think that when you went beyond baggy, they were damn near borderline.
They were baggy.
What were those ones?
Parachute pants.
Excuse me. No, the ones at the 70s.
Yeah, like in the discos.
Bell,
cover up.
are they called bell bottoms?
Maybe.
Where they cover the whole
foot.
they were they were damn near almost those, dude.
Yeah.
So I remember in high school what we'd do. You just start from the top. So you had to have the fresh fade from Art, $1. Can't believe I'm paying $20 now for a haircut.
$20.
Art, if you're listening, you need to come back and open a business.
Yeah.
Go back to your dollar cuts. We'll provide the clippers.
Do you still have Daniel's deposit for the upgrade?
Daniel's still in the process of collecting the everyone's.
Arthur is like the people that go to the house and we got this product. It's the best product. We just need you to invest in it. And Daniel invested in it.
Yeah, let me tell you. How'd you like to have dollar haircuts for the next 6 months? Yeah, but you'd have the haircut from Art. Next one was the polo, and I think we got everything from there other than the shoes. Because remember, you would have
the two shirts in one.
Because the collar would be a different style and then
different color. So it'd be like you're wearing two shirts, but it was sewn right here and then sewn on the sleeve.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I had the black and gray one.
Yeah.
And so you get one of the cool shirts from there. Then of course from Anchor Blue. And then you'd have your pants. Yeah. And then the go-to was the lugs. Those are pretty sick though.
Arthur still owes me for those black lugs.
It's scratched.
No. They look like Timberlands, but they were lugs.
Yeah. And then if you got those pants and like the beyond baggy was just too much for you to floss, you would have to get and you had to make sure it was gold. You had to get the gold tack, and then you would fold it the inside and then put it like right at the tip of the back of your heel. Yeah. And then just
so it wouldn't drag.
Yeah.
And then it was a Friday night or Saturday night, you'd get the sock and you'd roll it up like to a little ball. And then you put it under the tongue of your shoe. So
that was the K-Swiss though. Remember? Yeah. That was when the Swiss was in.
Yeah, so then it popped it up so it looked more. I don't know what.
Cool.
I guess. Yeah.
That was because our freshman year, Mom pretty much told us, you guys, want some fresh duds. You better go work. Yeah. So We went to go work with our dad at Sugun Construction, and dude, we came in freshman year balling.
Mm-hmm.
I had that chain. It was fake chain, but
Charles, after we got paid, Charles took it to the mall, the Sequoia Mall. The guy that sells all the fake jewelry.
yeah, right when you walk in on.
I had the watch with all the fake diamonds on it.
But it was cool, dude. So we had the chains, fresh duds, shoes, everything, dude.
Yeah.
But I think it was pretty much about the same. And then when you became like more of a jock, you had like it was cool just to have the basketball shorts and a tee with some
Leathermans.
yeah, that if you can afford it. But then let me fast forward. It was a crazy.
What?
It reminds me of those memes. Like it says, it was a meme where it said like starter pack for a rookie sheriff deputy,
Yeah.
and it had like the boots and a button up and a lifted truck or something crazy. But I don't know why, but I decided I was going to wear Western attire. So
I'm gonna be a cowboy today.
well, and you know what? We'll post it. I have a picture too. So, I think I went to Boot. When I go to Boot Barn, probably in Tulare, and I got a goddamn Wrangler long sleeve button up, black with the white stripes. I got the Wrangler pants. I got those. I got those from Sears, but they were creased up.
Yeah.
Creased up, and I got the boots from Boot Barn too. Just the what do they call the square toed?
Yeah.
I look back, and I was like, God damn. That's why I was.
got a cowboy hat and went all
I
out.
should. Well, I had the black one with the American flag on it.
Oh, the ball cap.
Yeah. So it's okay. Like I wonder, like, cause now I look back, like, why the hell was I wearing that? Like, when I look back now, like, I'm on now, and then think about that, like the same thing, like, what the hell am I wearing? Cause right now I'm going through what I like, especially with spring coming in, is these button-up shirts. And if you go to Walmart, I mean, I have no shame going to Walmart getting my stuff either. So I got like 3 button-up shirts from Walmart. They look kind of
like that.
They're loud like this, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got this other brand. It's called Below the Knee, the shorts, or Above the Knee, sorry. And so I got a few colors of those, and then my sandals, dude. And I'm good to go. And I got this thing. I got this at Teremate, $15.
That's the new hat.
Yeah, this is So that's gonna be the look till I don't know. I see something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. What about you? What do you got?
As what?
You had that with the look with the baggy basketball shorts with the t-shirt for a while.
Yeah. That.
With
and then the basketball shoes. Never played basketball, but I had basketball shoes. And then now I don't even like wearing those. I still have a few pairs of the baggy shorts. I don't wear them anymore.
I don't like them, dude.
Maybe like if I'm lounging,
Yeah.
if that, I'll wear them. But
I have like 4 brand new pairs, Nike, Under Armour, and a couple other ones. They just sit there. I think they're. I mean, I like them when they're a little bit shorter, not too long. But yeah. So then also, so I'll have 3 more weeks on nights, and then after.
do you know your schedule after that?
I hope so. After those 3 weeks, I'll be what they call shadow phase. So I'll be by myself while someone's kind of following me around, and then after that I'll be solo, and then I'll get a for sure schedule.
Oh, so you don't even know what you'll have?
No, but I think from what I was told, when you go to shadow, you go back to your first field training officer. So that was day shift. So I imagine I'll go back to day shift for those 2 weeks, and then after that I'll have a for sure schedule. So. But it's a night and day difference, no pun intended, from nights and days, man. The days is busy as hell, and the nights, I mean, you're going from call to call, but you have a significant break within the night, like around like 2 in the morning to.
Even if on the weekdays,
weekday, because I do weekday nights, so yeah.
So it doesn't pop off.
Here and there, but there we run 6 people. Like there's 6 of us there, so.
Oh yeah, so.
So yeah, we just rotate.
Do you go down the line on each call, or
Yeah.
whoever's closer?
We go down the line, but if like something's in progress, like something's going on, you're in the area, you'll respond and
Yeah.
you'll help out. So, which is pretty cool. And but speaking of that, there's this one call which I was surprised. I was pissed off afterwards, and just like my jaw dropped, dude. So we we stopped, or we got dispatched. It was a suspicious vehicle, and it was by a school. So we go.
What makes it suspicious?
Because it was 11 at night, 2 people in the vehicle, and I guess from what they said, like they seen lighters sparking. So obviously you put 2 and 2 together. In law enforcement, call it a clue. So, anyways, so we get over there, contact. There's 2 in the vehicle, a driver, passenger. Driver's a male, and I look at him, and you know how like when you recognize somebody, it's like, I know you from somewhere, and then I seen him, and he looked at me, and like he looked away, and then I looked at him. I was like, "Where did I know you from?" He's like, and so he was arrested like 3 weeks prior for a burglary charge.
Oh.
So I recognized him. So
he's probably
casing.
Yeah.
I imagine. And so, anyways, they're not following instructions. Where first off, I come on the passenger side approach, and then my backup was there, so he comes to the driver's side. And the lady, she's holding a big black bag, and so I'm telling her, just keep your hands where I could see them. So she has them up, but then she keeps moving it. So and it's not that hard to conceal your hand with the big bag on your lap. So she puts the bag aside, so now I could see her hands. But then she's still fidgety, and then I hear the other officer talking to the driver, and then he does one of those numbers where he puts his hand down, like by the floorboards area. Mm-hmm. But I have full visual, but. I think he was just nervous. Something was going on. What? We'll find out later. But
usually people up to no good, they're gonna be nervous with law enforcement.
Yeah, either someone really young who's never been in a situation with law enforcement, or some shitbag there's something going on.
They're doing something.
Yeah. So at that point, we pulled him out. I made the decision to pull him out.
I book.
So because there was something going on, and they end up having drugs, whatnot, so they're arrested.
What kind of drugs? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, they have meth on them.
Sweet.
So, we take them, and then we're booking them, and then I'm having a difficult time with is asking for help, because the 2 prior departments I was at, when you do something, like you make an arrest, you're gonna tow a vehicle, all that, you do it all yourself. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing it all myself. I arrest them, put them in the car, and then I start getting a form out to tow their vehicle, and then they're like, "Hey, I could do that for you." Like, there's 3 officers there, but I still have that mentality, like, "Oh, I'm gonna do all this myself." But so, anyways, the other officer, he's helping out with the forms and whatnot. So when we get
if it's your call, regardless of the time in service, can you delegate those tasks to other officers?
You're in charge. You could ask. Officer Sagoon, could you assist me with the form to tow the vehicle?
And then they'll
say yeah, or or if you're training, like if you're really green, they'll say you could do it. Like, you do it for training. But majority of the time, what I really like is everybody's real helpful. No one's like, "Oh fuck, he's new," or he's whatever, let him do it. No, everyone's really helpful.
Maybe I knew too. It'd be better if someone's like you have experience already though. So if someone's brand new, it's their first job, then obviously you don't want to pass it on to somebody else because you don't get that experience.
Yeah, and you're just shortchanging yourself. Yeah. So, but anyway, so we get back, we're booking them, whatnot. We get back, and the other officer calls. And he's doing what's called an inventory search of the vehicle. So when you tow, you have to do an inventory search so you know what's in the vehicle. He said, "There's some marijuana in the vehicle." And now it's 2021, or even as of last year, it's
like having a cigarette in there.
Yeah, it's like, okay. There's a lot. So they ended up having over like 25 pounds of weed in the car. And I'm like, damn. So at the end of it, they admitted to knowing it was there and admitted to transporting it. So at that point, you have a felony. So we take them to county, and we get to county right here in Porterville, and they go, because they'll ask, is it a side out or is it a keep? We're gonna keep them. Oh, it's a keep. And they
I
ask,
thought it was a cute.
yeah, they ask, they go, what's the charge? And I tell them. And the guy fucking pulls a book out like this, and he's like, that's a sight. I was like, what? I was like, are you serious? And, oh, yeah.
So, what's the site? They just give
They
them
just give 'em a
time
si-
to go to court. And
Yeah,
that's it?
appearance date. And then that's it, dude. And I was like, wow. So it was one of those things where, I don't know. You know how like a lot of people are like, oh, well, screw California, this, and this.
Mhm. That's a prime example right there.
And that, I never really felt it. Even in law enforcement, like a lot of the crimes that I arrested for, like a lot of it, you know, people got prosecuted and shit. So I never really seen that firsthand, like charges not getting filed for something like that.
Yeah.
Or not necessarily charges not getting filed, but like someone just getting cited
Slap
out.
on the wrist.
I experienced that with warrants. Like they wouldn't keep them because of warrants, which it's understandable. Everything's already done with, so they just got to go to court. But like a fresh charge like this, and I was like, it got me kind of like, I was upset because you feel, yeah, later on, you know, they're gonna get what's coming to them because they're gonna go to court. They're gonna have to do, you know, the whole process. But just at that time, I just felt like it was everything was done for nothing really.
But they, on the other hand, they're pissed off too, or they already felt it because you took all their pot.
Yeah, but
They're dope.
yeah, but but I think the main goal for them is to be out on the streets to go continue to do what they're doing. So yeah, but that
I had
was
a law enforcement question real quick.
What's-
I don't want to go on a tangent, but so yesterday we're at a football game, and each team's on one side. So one of the parents come to our side from the opposite team, opposing team, and start cheering against our team. So then one of the dads says, "Hey, you need to go back over there." And it was a pause, and he didn't say anything. He was like, "What'd you say?" And then he's like, "Whatever." And then so he just went back. And then one of the coaches, I think you know him. He's one of the louder ones.
yeah. I contacted him one time at a football game.
Yeah, so you already know his whole
Mhm.
deal. So he tells the dad that told the other guy to go back to his side. He said, "Check this out." So he goes to the other side, and I was like, "Oh, something's gonna happen." So I start recording, and four parents from the opposing team, they surrounded him, like, but then he shook hands with one. So I was like, "Oh, it's probably cool." So I stopped recording, and then
You're good, Theo. You're good.
yeah, another male came, and
Did you assume his gender?
another guy, a parent came, and he was saying something loud, so I could hear him like yelling, and then he did a hand gesture like, "Come here, like, come on, follow me," or something, and he said, I heard him clearly. He said, "I'll fuck you up," or something like that, and then he added some other words, and then after the game was over, the parent from the coach from our side walked straight across the field, and the parent that was telling him stuff, he must have said something, and the coach yelled out, "Someone call the cops!" He's threatening me with the firearm. So if they would have called the cops, what would have happened to the guy? Even though if he maybe had a gun, maybe he didn't, but just for when you get on the scene, what would happen?
So so first off,
Threatened with the firearm. He said.
okay. Well, first is find the person who's threatening with the gun. Confirm if they have, you know, you're gonna search them and see if they have a gun or not. And then as far as criminal charges go, if he's saying I'm gonna fucking shoot you, kill you, whatnot. Whether you see the gun or not, it's already they call it criminal threats. You're threatening to commit bodily harm or death, or injury that's going to cause death to somebody. So you're already in the category of felony. If that person believes that they're going to carry out that action. So if he says, like, say you got a guy and he's, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," and then he's, "Oh, that's just fucking Joe Blow. He's not. I don't believe him." Then now you don't have a crime because the guy doesn't believe he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
But if he believes he's gonna carry out that action, then now you got it. So you get hooked. So if you couple that with you see a gun, then now you got a brandishing charge. So now you got brandishing, firearm on top of criminal threats. So now you're good to go on that. But you always got to be careful when when someone's saying they're threatening somebody and there's a firearm involved, because we don't know, like we just get like a little snippet of what the call's about.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing that resonates is gun. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
So you're going in hot.
Yeah, so you're gonna be a lot more aggressive until you figure out what's really going on. So so yeah, but yeah, he's good to go if he made those threats in
So
the
you
manner
went
you're
down the
saying.
comment.
Yeah, but then that's the other thing. It's how you articulate. Like, say I'm gonna kick your ass.
Mhm.
Okay, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna use your foot and you're gonna kick me in the ass, or what do you mean? So now you have to be able to articulate what you're really gonna do, because if you just say I'm gonna kick your ass, then
Yeah.
that's
Kind of broad statement.
yeah, you know what I mean. It's like I understand what you're saying, but you're gonna tell if the DA that's gonna try to pick up the charges and file criminal threat charges against this person because this person said that. It's hard too, because I had one where the dad got threatened from the son. The mom was in the residence, but the mom said she didn't hear. But in the report, the dad said the son was screaming, yelling at him, saying that. So now, because the DA calls her and they'll try to get clarification. And I said, well, he said he was this is what happened. This pretty much told him. And he has the report too, but you don't think the mom heard it? And I said, I can't say if the mom heard it or not, because now they're fishing. I don't know if the mom heard. They want me to say, well, they should have heard it, because then now they got me saying that.
He's
and that,
yelling and
yes.
out of here.
So I said, I don't know. I wrote what she said. She said she did not hear. As far as my opinion, I'm not gonna give my opinion what I think. I'm just giving you the facts that I know. So then on that, they were like on the fence about even charging him, even though the dad said he did.
Mm-hmm.
Son didn't admit it, but the mom didn't hear, and she was in the residence. So that's where it came kind of like a iffy if we're gonna do it or not.
Yeah. So at the least, then he would have just took a trip to Canada.
Oh no, he already went. Everything was done, but this is after the fact.
Oh.
So they just call you to clarify. Yeah. So, one thing I was gonna ask you too is I don't know. It's kind of weird, maybe because I'm on the outside looking in, but I wanted to ask you on the podcast because me and Kay were eating. We're eating, and then okay, let me say this. I understand if like it's Veterans Day, and like, remember how you said your buddy, who was the guy that would go try to go all these places?
Sergeant Blake, Willie. he'd go to, so he was living in the barracks single, so he would go to each spot, boom, 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 on Veterans Day and get free meals and put it away.
Mm.
So it's not like he's doing it just to get a free meal. He's doing it to, like, he lives in the barracks, doesn't make that much money, he's single, so he's saving his meal.
So it was financially smart for him to go do all that. Yeah. So, but okay. But this is like I said, I could be wrong, but I'm on the outside looking in. But the guy, we're at Black Bear and I'm waiting to get our food, and the guy comes up and he goes, he's getting ready to pay his all. Do you guys have a veteran discount? And the owner's like, so like the owner's like, we probably don't have one. Like in his head, he's like, we probably don't have one, but we can probably give him one.
Yeah.
So I think that's what he's thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, sure. Like it's one thing if like they have it plastered, like, hey, veteran, like at that Olive and Westwood, the detail shop.
Yeah.
It has it in plain sight.
Yeah,
It
just
says,
like Lowe's too. They have their own veterans park and then
Yes.
they get the discount as well. Yes.
what is your take on it? Because I thought it was like,
I wouldn't go out of my way to ask.
yeah,
If they're how would I say it? If they're
promoting it.
promoting it, then obviously okay, well yeah, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to save
Couple
$1.50 or something to put somebody in an awkward situation. Oh, give me a veterans discount.
And that's what I thought, but of course, I'm not a veteran, so I'm trying. I want to try to think of mind of another person, but it's kind of difficult with us because we kind of think alike.
Yeah.
But also, you have that.
Well, we did run into it. So when we did a field op we were going from Kentucky to Fort Riley, Kansas, and we made a pit stop. It was in It was like in St. Louis or somewhere around there.
Mhm.
And we're all in uniform, and we're eating. And this young kid, he's only like 18. He was in the army too, and we were ordering our food, and it was me and then one of my sergeants and the guy in front of us, the 18-year-old. He said he's ordered his food. And he's like, "Can I get the military discount as well?" And the sergeant like took it. He's like, "What are you doing? Like, you're in uniform. If he's gonna give you a discount, we'll give you a discount." Like, oh. And then after that, that's when I was like, all right, well, that makes sense. Like, don't go out of your way to ask. If they're gonna do it, they'll do it, but don't go out of your way just to get a couple bucks off.
And then too, like somewhat similar to that. Yeah, I remember when I first started. When I was in Huron, and my FTO, we went to I thought it was a test because we went to a Chevron, and I didn't know this at the time, but we went to Chevron, and that guy, he won't let you pay for anything. So I didn't know
the
this.
owner of the store.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If you're a cop in uniform and you're there, or if he knows you, he won't let you pay. You know, and so I get up there, and you know how in the academy, don't take any gratuities, you know, this and that. So I get up there and I go to pay, and I think I just had a cup of Joe, and he had a drink or something, so I'm going to pay. He's all, "It's all right." And I was like, "No, I'm gonna pay." And you know, I never carry cash, so I just had my card, and we went back and forth. I was like, "I'm gonna pay." And he's like, "No." I was like, "I gotta pay." And then like this, like I'm slowly looking back at my FTO, like, intervene or say something, you know.
Yeah.
And then I look back at him, and he's seen that I wasn't gonna take it for free. So here, like I said, I don't know if it's a test or not, but he's seen that I wasn't gonna let it slide. Like I wasn't just gonna take free shit from him. So he's like, "Hey, dude, we gotta pay something. If it's $1 or something, charge us. We're not gonna take it."
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, yeah, I don't, even if they're like, if it's just like a coffee, like that was 50 cents a cup, but
Yeah.
if I'm going in there and I'm getting free shit, and then like who's behind me paying, and who's over here watching me, like, "Oh, this guy thinks he get whatever he wants for free."
Yeah, and then that gives a bad name.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wouldn't do that. And I remember one guy, he paid for my lunch. This when I was in Fresno already, but he had paid for my lunch at we're at a Subway off of the freeway, and I go to pay, and then they said the guy paid already, and he took off already. And I was like, "God damn it!" I even felt bad like doing that, like having someone pay for my stuff, because even if like, I don't know, dude. I guess
just pay it forward.
Exactly. So, and then same thing, like my buddy, he bought me a drink without me asking him, but I got him back. So, but I don't know. That's why I wanted to ask you, because it just, I wouldn't do it. Like you said, I wouldn't go out of my way to ask for $2 off or $3 off, whatever it may be. But if it's a situation where it's Veterans Day, then I could see, or like, you know, something like that. But I don't know, because then it's like you said, it makes that guy uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable. Makes the other guy, you know, it's just a weird situation. But anywho. What else?
The movie. Movies? You want to talk about?
Oh, we can, but I think I was good on that. But so I think we're good for now. It's right about an hour. So
Okay. That's a good
let's shoot for next Sunday, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. But we're still working on getting them up on the podcast apps.
Oh yeah.
Because you know, for me, when I listen to a podcast, I don't want to really go to YouTube and watch it and listen to it. I'd rather just go on the link and on the app and listen to it. So you need to get that taken care of. But yeah, the only reason we had that gap, we're not giving up on this. It's just we had I have a small baby, 3 girls, little girls. You know, my brother, little kids too, and
it was just the
COVID
whole situation.
Yeah.
The pandemic.
We just
can't take it. A lot of people do, but you can't take it lightly. You never know.
Yeah. And whatever you believe, you know, we respect it. If you know, believe it's real, it's not real, whatever.
Yeah.
But we're just doing what we think safe for our family. So that's why we took that gap. But
the 4x4, you have any? Oh, you said you're on training still. For
Yeah, and that's another thing I want to touch on is because like we already touched on it, but once we get out of this, once I get done with this training, and I'm all by myself and I'm solo, then it's like a big weight will be lifted off my back, and like anybody in law enforcement knows, or even like for
or just
like,
even a new job.
like or even in the basic training, like
Yeah.
you know how that you're in there, you're like I gotta pass this because
Yeah.
I want to get I want to get to where I need
Yeah.
to be, and it's just like that. Like I have this weight on my shoulders. Like I know what I'm doing. I know what I gotta do to pass, and everything's going going great. But I'm not gonna be happy until they say, hey, Sagoon, you're good. You're by yourself.
Yeah.
That's it. And then once that happens, then I think
We'll start doing the.
we're gonna start being able to do
videos
more
again, yeah.
stuff. We're gonna get in our regular workout, a workout regimen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, once that point comes, we'll do all that. So
Yeah, so we're still gonna post video, like
Mhm.
workout videos. We're just doing the podcast for right now to just to get stuff out there, just to get the stories out there, and yeah, we're gonna go from there.
yeah, and just bear with us. We're like I said, the whole situation. Just bear with us, but we're not giving up on it. It was just the whole COVID thing, and we're gonna move forward from there. And I think we'll after this we'll do one of those cool videos we did last time, like where we made like it was what is it?
Introduction,
No.
intro.
Remember how the videos we were doing when we did
Oh,
the
yeah,
hike
yeah,
and
yeah.
we did the run?
Yes.
We'll do something like that again, which was cool. That was
Yeah.
really fun.
I want to do that video. You guys will like it. I want to do the video where we go to the flea market, we'll record, and we'll
Yeah,
talk to random people at the flea market, the people selling stuff.
yeah, that would be cool too.
And
Because
try to barter.
everybody could resonate with that. I mean, everybody who goes to the mate.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I don't know if we'll be able to get this one on the podcast app, but if not, it's going to be on YouTube. We'll be posting on Facebook, Instagram, and the Twitter. So again, thanks everybody for the support, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.
Later.